Hello guys, good day. This is Anne of Reinforcement Club, your fellow positive reinforcer. Today we're going to talk about boredom. Why boredom could be the most productive feeling you'll ever have. You know the way when we feel bored, it feels like empty. But it's not about, it's not about the death of our inner drive. It also has something to do about, our our inner drive mismatched with the current environment that we're in. Like we want to do something, but we can't have that environment at the moment. That is why when we feel bored, we're looking, creative ideas comes along. And the best part of being bored is that it encourages us to self-reflect. If only we don't go to distractions, phones, online games, it could be drugs or drinking. If we're not totally distracted, we could still have a chance to turn that boredom attention into ourselves. And in that way, we could think about the so-called new ideas, some kind of big picture thinking. We could daydream and think about what really matters to us. Boredom gives us the chance to make a change. And, in that particular situation where we're bored, that's also a signal that there are some needs that we have which are unmet. Sometimes, just like at work, there comes a time wherein we feel like what we're doing at the moment isn't meaningful, isn't challenging enough. That is why to some people they shift career. They want something much purposeful. To some people they change, they move into other department to learn something new. And that what makes boredom really encourages us, pushes us to level up, to make a change. Boredom is like it's like a feedback to our daily routines and performance. And the way feedbacks can lead us to tweak our current routine, to tweak our action into, I want to add something on my routine of the day. So it'll be much challenging to me. I'll be more excited. And we are all wired up that way. And since we've already thought about making a change because of unmet needs that we have, which started from feeling bored, now that actually pushes us to level up ourselves, like reinventing ourselves in a way that we seek new goals or try something different. It's just actually boredom and doing something about it other than escaping it. It's a sign, it's actually gives us an opportunity to grow and explore who we are and what we can offer, to this world. And in that way, we can be happier and happier, becoming a service to people who needs us, a service to ourselves, wherein we look after ourselves carefully, in a way that we are willing to grow. And in the most part, though, there are also times when we are too busy that, constant action actually drains us until we finally feel bored because of constant action, go, 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 go. And when we hit to that part wherein we ask ourselves, what am I doing? I mean, what's the meaning of this? I forget about myself, I forget about my relationship, I forget about my family. And that actually leads us to force rest. We're bored of the business at work. Business absolutely drains us. And this boredom just hit us with a brick. Hey, it's time for rest and recharge so that the next time, when you come back around, you'll be much sharper and much effective. So otherwise, boredom, if you don't make it an enemy, it will actually help you become better in terms of performance, in terms of your growth and development. And in the most part, it actually helps you, gives you an opportunity to reinvent yourself. Boredom isn't a wasted time at all. It's an incubation time wherein a new idea was born and you're taking action of it. We're doing something about it, is what I mean. And then there you go in the long run, and you started to enjoy life again, and you can reap up the fruits of your labor, and then you're happy again. When you embrace boredom instead of immediately escape it, it becomes a catalyst of creativity, clarity, and productivity again. Newly improved you. So when you feel bored, it's time to have a look at yourself. What you're doing, what's missing. Does your routine, does your routine really help you this time? Would you like to? There might be something about your routine which makes you feel bored, lost, or empty because you're doing it over and over again. You might want to, add something in your routine. You might want to change your routine. Either way, use boredom. Use that opportunity to level up yourself. So I hope I shared something valuable today. If you ever love this episode, you can share this to your family and friends. You can follow me in YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, even an X. Reinforce Me Club. By the way, this is Anne, your fellow positive reinforcer. You can even like this podcast or make a comment. I hope you have a nice day and have a good time tonight.